What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm here with another episode of Prime 5, and today we're talking about my favorite YouTube life casting channels. So these are lifecasters or vloggers that I enjoy right now and that I'm watching. There are many YouTube channels that I watch, but these are five ones that I particularly have an interest in, and maybe you will as well. So no further delays, we'll get right into it. So number one on the list in no particular order is Pete Hagar, Hager. So this is a channel that is really about quads and ATVs. He takes his ATV, which I think his primary is a Yamaha Raptor, and he basically just hits different trails, different ATV parks, really around the country, but mostly in the upper Midwest. You do see him go to some East Coast stuff down south on occasion, so he's really all over. He just goes to a bunch of cool places, hits a bunch of cool trails. What's very good about his channel, and what I think sets him apart from other channels doing the same thing, is this voiceover. So while he's not voiceovers, I should say, his dialogue while he's riding. So generally he rides with a GoPro mounted in a few different places, but usually you're getting a point of view shot. And throughout the riding of the trail, he is commentating with a mic that he has in his helmet. So I think the videos keep you engaged. He's usually talking about the terrain or the bike or how it's handling, how he's riding. And I think it just provides a little bit more of enjoyable content versus other ATV channels that I see, where you really just see the person riding and kind of hear the pipes on the quad. This one is just a little bit more engaging, and he goes in some cool places. So yeah, Pete Hagar is the channel, and that is the first one on the list. The next one up is called Life of Corey. So this is Corey Pritchard. It's more of a strict daily life cast channel, and on there, I mean, it's mostly about cars. I mean, it's cars. He has a variety of different cars that he hooks up, and he's into Mopar. He has a SEMA truck. He's got a bunch of old schools, a Dunk. So he's got a variety of cars that he has, and a lot of his videos is basically him working on his cars. But I mean, it's a vlogging channel, so he's doing various things. He's a pretty successful YouTuber. He has a channel with his wife, which actually the name is slipping me now. I'll put the name up here, but yeah, I think that's his main channel, and Life of Corey is a secondary channel. And he's a young cat, and he's out in Houston doing his thing. And honestly, it's just good motivation and mostly good positive content. Now he has an interesting kind of I think like a YouTube coalition going on in Houston with two other cats. So YouTubing on a Budget and the Dreyway. So these are all three YouTubers that are in the Houston area. They collaborate on content. All three of them are into the car scene pretty heavy. Definitely into the Mopar scene, but also into trucks as well. And together they're putting out content. They have their separate channels, but they often come together and cross promote, and I think it's just a good vibe. You get a little bit of a look into the Houston car scene, which is definitely comparable to Florida. Florida has a big car scene as well, and which is why I'm into it. And Houston has their own scene as well, which is different from Florida, and it's cool to see the cat Life of Corey. He's from Alabama, so they kind of do their own thing. But they I think it's like a merging of the two cultures, right? So he has some whips that you would see in Florida, and he has some stuff that you see in Texas. So I think it's a good merging if you're into that, into hooking up cars. I think it's a dope channel, so I'd say check it out if you're into that. Life of Corey is that channel. All right, so that's number 2. All right, number 3 on the list is Colion Noir. he's probably a controversial figure, but in a good way. I think he sparks a lot of good dialogue. He's a Second Amendment enthusiast. He's an attorney. It's mostly a firearm channel, so he's basically demonstrating and shooting a lot of cool stuff in cool places. He does, like I said, he advocates for the Second Amendment a lot. So if he's on like a news channel or another podcast, that's generally what he's doing. But he's also a firearm enthusiast. So, and that's the main focus of the channel. Him interacting with firearms in different ways. If it's, not Second Amendment, he's, doing gun courses, or he's doing reviews on specific pistols, or like EDC stuff. So, very cool channel for that type of stuff. His most recent video is him doing a course with the 6 Hour Academy on using the red dots on pistols, which I thought was pretty cool. It gave you an insight into what one of the 6 hour courses looks like, and gave you some insight on what some things that you would potentially need to do if you were looking to switch from iron sights to a red dot. And I thought it was pretty cool content. I wasn't even aware that 6 Hour had an academy and did training of that nature. So it was good to see that and to learn a little bit more about that. So, if you're into firearms, then, he's a great channel to follow. All right, next up on the list is Trout and Coffee. So, this is really more about the visuals. So this guy is a photographer and videographer. He lives in the Northeast. I think he's in Massachusetts. And he doesn't do a whole lot, so he's not like a daily vlogger, but he's like some type of color grading master. So the colors and everything in his videos really pop, and he has his own style of shooting and narrating his videos, and he's usually shooting a lot of outdoor stuff in the Northeast. Has really cool videos in the fall with the colors changing, and adventures, in the winter and the snow, and it's just some cool kind of laid back content. Like I said, it's not something that he's putting out every day, but his videos are usually pretty cool and visually good to look at. And so yeah, Trout and Coffee is the fourth on the list. And last but not least, Talon Sei. SEI. So, Talon basically travels the country in a sat van and just goes around doing cool stuff. He is a firearm enthusiast as well, although this channel doesn't really focus on that. He has a separate channel. I believe the channel is called Sunday Gun Day, where he'll put a bunch of rounds through different pistols and different firearms, different ranges, and he'll do collaboration videos with people. But mainly he has this tricked out sat van that is basically an apartment on wheels that he travels around the country in. One of his most recent videos was visiting the monolith in Utah. So he was kind of figuring out how to get to it in his van, and he got up to a certain point and was able to hike down to it. So that was the most recent video, but that's kind of the stuff he gets into. And he's all over the country. He actually recently did a video with Colion Noir where they went over their EDC pack and what they're carrying for protection, not only on the go, but since he's traveling in his vehicle, what he uses in that vehicle as well. So, but this channel is not really dedicated to the firearm stuff, since YouTube has, I think, put some restrictions on monetization on that type of thing. He's completely removed that from the channel. So mostly now it's him, traveling around in the van, hitting different cities, doing different things. And if van life is, if you have any interest in kind of van life, it's not strictly a van life channel, but that's to me it feels like that's what it's turning into. It's pretty cool, and it's he if you pair that with his Sunday Gun Day videos, then I think you got to kind of get the complete picture of the content that he likes to put out. So Talon Sei is the fifth on the list. And yeah, that's a quick run through of the five channels, five LifeCasters that I watch on YouTube. And yeah, drop something in the comments. Let me know if there's anybody you watch along those lines that you think are cool. And obviously, I didn't mention everybody that I watch on YouTube. These are kind of like five of the channels that I enjoy watching, and you can perhaps enjoy them too. If you like this video, please hit the like button. And if you want to see more content of this nature, hit the subscribe button. I'll be back with another video soon.